Hey guys, so today is, we're ending the last final hours of February 21st. If you saw my last video like this from January, you'll know that I said I was basically going to pick up the camera and kind of give you guys an update on whatever is going on with me mentally and emotionally each month, just kind of tracking progress on that based on goals I set for myself for this year, and basically tracking from when I had a whole explanation last year when I was traveling. And yeah, I almost didn't do this video because I'm really tired right now and I probably look like it, but I got my hair done today and it's in a new style. It's my first kind of protective style with my hair out. I've been mostly doing braids and sew-ins because I've been trying to let my hair grow since starting my natural journey, and I wasn't sure if my hair would look this cute tomorrow, so I said, okay, before you say no and then do this tomorrow, you should just pick it up the camera and do it. So I decided that I'm going to tell you guys how February went for me, and I guess since the last video. And to be honest, the last week and first week and a half-ish of February were really bad. Not for any particular reason, I just was starting to come to terms with some things in my life, and I don't know, the fear of change and the stress that I was putting on myself, and I really couldn't tell you. I just felt overwhelmed with a lot of emotion and defeat, basically, just kind of feeling like those questions that everyone asks themselves, you know, is this really it? Is this all there is to life? And I'm not gonna go into all that kind of detail here on this vlog because that's very personal and I don't know who can see these videos, but maybe one day. But for now, I can't really go into the details of why I feel that there should be quote-unquote more to life, but yeah, I was feeling that really heavy, like more than your average. Well, I guess I can't say more than your average 20-something because there's no such thing as a measurement for that, but it was more than often for me. It is an often and common thought. Does that make sense enough? It is a common thought for me, but it felt like it was stronger than usual, and that was not good. And I didn't process it well, and I was really not in a good space. And if I'm being totally honest, I don't think that I've fully transitioned out of those feelings. I think that I'm just trying to find other ways to occupy my time, because I'm also realizing that there's nothing I can do to change about the things that are kind of bothering me the most right now. So I'm just trying to focus on the things that I can control, kind of. Not doing awesome at it. I just happened to have a break last weekend, which really helped me feel better and kind of helped me separate my emotions and thoughts on those topics, because I finally wasn't just sitting at home alone. I'm not entirely sure the order of how my videos from 2019 are going to go up, but either by now or in the future you will see a vlog where Cynthia came to Dallas for the first time to explore with me, and yeah, so there's a vlog on that, and you guys know Cynthia from the LA and San Francisco vlogs. But yeah, so that was really exciting for her to come this past weekend, and this past weekend was for Valentine's Day, obviously, so it was good timing in terms of just how I was feeling about life. Or it was just good timing. I don't know. It was just good timing. So, but now that she's gone, I don't necessarily know if I do feel better, if I've just been so distracted, because I had to immediately go into school right after she left. Just all the stuff I put off on trying to focus on having a good weekend to myself, I ended up just throwing myself into school this week and then going to spend time with my family. So I don't really know how I feel or how I will feel tomorrow or next week or anything, but I'm really trying not to be that negative person. In my last video I talked about how I just really want that change for myself, and that is still true. And I don't know. I'm just hoping a lot of things will change in the next few weeks to months. I'm looking for certain specific changes, and I don't know how realistically they will happen. I don't know how likely they'll happen. But I guess good news is that I have a couple of trips coming down the pipeline. So hopefully, fingers crossed, like nothing happens with those trips, because I haven't been on a plane since October. Like I've got to go somewhere. It's been great that Cynthia came, because I feel like I got to like see a friend. Like I haven't been seeing just coworkers, and that's it. Like coworkers in my family for the past like, what is it, 5 months, and I'm just like, I need to see a new place, I need to see my friends, I need to do something to kind of change my current environment. Like I just need something to spark creativity. I need something to start challenging my brain. I don't know if that's going somewhere where I need to speak a different language, hoping that happens next month. But it's just, I feel like I'm stagnant. Everything in my life is so stagnant. I feel a little bit worn out, a little bit overwhelmed. I do not have a job where I get, you know, Christmas and New Year's off. So I didn't get that end of year, beginning of year refresh. I just worked my regular schedule since October, and I just feel like I got to a point where I was like, I just need a day off. I need more than a day off. I took a day off, it didn't help. I took a day off last week, kinda helped. But I'm like, I need an actual break at this point, because everybody else got a week to 2 weeks off right before the new year to kind of get, you know, back on track with whatever they had set for themselves, and I did not. I didn't have any of that. So I just feel like I deserve it, and I kind of need it, because I can genuinely say, like, this whole week I've been telling people I feel like my brain is turning to mush. I mean, even picking up this camera and talking right now, it's gonna be so edited, because I have been struggling to coherently put sentences together, and I'm using incorrect adverbs and incorrect sentence structure. It just, for some reason, it's so hard to form sentences these days, and I don't know why, and I hate it. But I just need to go somewhere where where my brain is where my brain is challenged and stimulated, and I can get a spark of creativity. I mean, everything. If you just look at my surroundings, my bed never looks like this. My bed is always made. It's not made right now, and it hasn't been made all week. My apartment is a mess. Like, I am not the type to keep my apartment a mess. Like, dishes are not done. Laundry that should have been put away is in a pile outside of my room. I have a stack of papers over here. I have unpacked bags from when I stayed last night at my parents' house. I just came in and just threw it to the floor. I just knew I wasn't gonna deal with that tonight. I have things that I need to take down to recycling, like my closet. I just changed out of my clothes and left them on the floor. I don't do any of these things. I'm very organized. I'm very, like, I like to keep my space clean, and that's how I've been feeling. I've just been like blah for so long, for so many weeks. I feel just like I need something. I just need something to get things going and just get back on track. I don't know what it is, but it needs to happen. I feel like it's gonna happen. Weirdly, talking to the camera for the last 8 minutes and 53 seconds have made me start thinking more clearly about things, and I'm actually feeling better, because when I picked up this camera and when I was thinking about this video yesterday, I was like, this is gonna be such a depressing video compared to the one from January, because January one is gonna be like, I'm gonna make these changes, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. And I thought I was gonna pick up this camera and be like, life sucks and this month sucked, but I don't know. I'm feeling better talking to this camera, but I'm not gonna talk for much longer. All I want to say is I'm sad February is ending. I like February, not for any particular reason. I just, fall and winter are my favorite seasons of the year. I feel like winter always feels really short because it gets thrown in around holidays, so things kind of move really fast. January kind of moves really slow, and then February is a short month, and then next thing you know it's hot again. And I know that saying winter is a favorite season is weird, but I also live in a climate that's mild for winter. So it's not very bad and it's manageable for me, and I bring out my best wardrobe in the fall and winter. So I'm not super looking forward to March, because then that means it's gonna start getting warmer and I'm not gonna know how to dress. And I'm just gonna be hot and sweaty all the time. But you know, whatever, it's part of life. And I think that other people are happier in the spring and summer, so maybe that will be better for my mood and I can feed off their energy. Hopefully, we will see. But anyway, just wanted to check in and let you guys know that this wasn't the best month, or the last 3-4 weeks haven't been the best, and that I feel like that's important to share, and I really do want to share as much as I can in these little installments. I don't know who they're for, really. I feel like they're just for me. But I don't know, I just feel like I enjoy watching videos like this where people are kind of as real as they choose to be, obviously on a public platform and sharing things about their life. But I like those videos because I feel like I can relate to the person more, and I also feel like it's important to show, and I think I highlighted this in the video previously, so if I did, I apologize for repeating myself, but if I did not, it's just to show that when people kind of look at, you know, social media in general, and I'm not really gonna go into this, but when people look at social media and anything online, they make assumptions and misconceptions about what's going on in people's lives. And even though we are all logically aware that everyone is showing a highlight reel of their life, I mean, even in the vlogs that I post, I'm showing you the best moments and not all the moments where I'm sitting around and may or may not be in the best mood or whatever. We all know that logically, but it doesn't mean it doesn't affect us emotionally and mentally, and it doesn't, you know, it doesn't remove that element. So I think it's important to share that even though you guys are getting to see a really exciting part of my life, and people who follow me on social may see a certain percentage of my life, I want to be as real as I can on these platforms and show that there are things that I personally struggle with and have for a while in my life. And I just want to show that it shouldn't prevent you from finding the things that bring you joy and the things that you enjoy. Like for me, traveling, there's definitely anxiety about getting back on a plane, which is weird, or like traveling and all of that. I don't know why, there just is, and that's something I struggle with and something that I take with me on trips and vacations, and I find a way to navigate through it because I don't want to look back on my life and think what if about certain things. So I'm hoping that just by sharing whatever 5 to 15 minute videos of me just rambling about feelings that I go through as a 20-something-year-old woman. I don't know why I say 20-something, like I'm 24. 24-year-old woman that, like, people think in your young 20s everything's perfect, and I think everyone can agree that life is just ebbs and flows, and there are ups and downs, and that's just what we deal with. We all go through something. I don't think it's fair to say things are better or worse for certain people. There are things that are obviously worse or obviously better, but you know, I don't think that should diminish anybody's struggle or invalidate their feelings. So I hope that whoever decides to watch this, any part of it or all of it, or even the first 5 seconds, and say this is not the kind of content I signed up for, thank you for clicking anyway. And I think I'm going to continue doing this because I think that I'm also going to look back on these videos and be like, wow, look at the growth. At least that's the aim anyway. So there's not a real outro to this, so I'm just going to say bye and see you guys on March 21st. Bye!